guys, I'm gonna make my cinnamon pecan Danish that I made last weekend, but it was before I figured out how to save my lives. So I also know how to pin this now. Cinnamon pecan Danish. Ugh. I did it. Hi from Arizona, hello from Michigan. All right, so I have my 8 ounces of mozzarella melted. I've got everything weighed out today. I'm gonna try to get it all together a little faster. All of my videos have been like an hour. Hello! And I'm trying to make myself just a little bit more efficient. So the recipe for this is posted on my website. I have everything weighed out and I'll say what's in here. Texas, hello Texas. Oregon, hi. Sounds delicious, can't wait to see. Hi from New Zealand, wow. My friend married a New Zealander, a Kiwi. I made cookies for their wedding in the shape of New Zealand. 2 islands were held together by a Union Jack flag. California, hello! This is so much fun. I know, I'm trying to be professional. Trying to be professional. So I have my 8 ounces of melted mozzarella and my 1 egg, and as soon as this is incorporated, I will add my dry, which is 4 ounces of almond flour, 2 tablespoons of sweetener. It doesn't really matter if it's powdered or granular. I just prefer to use the powdered. I attempted fathead dough 4 times. The cheese kept, the cheese kept doing something. I don't know. I find keto baking to be a lot more finicky than traditional baking. This is cinnamon pecan Danish. I pinned that on the bottom. Sometimes you find a cheese that just doesn't work. Sometimes you find a cheese that works. It's just different than, like this, I don't think the ingredients are as standard as they are for traditional baking ingredients. So like flour is flour and butter is butter and sugar is sugar. So totally, sometimes stuff just does not work out. So this is almost done. As soon as it's sort of one big blob, good enough. My hands are washed. This is 4 ounces almond flour, 1 teaspoon baking powder, and then 2 tablespoons sweetener. Burning calories as you cook. Well played, that's right. It is a good workout. I watched this live back from last week and I was like, just from stirring. Just from stirring and kneading. And some people say that this works in a food processor, but I find it comes together pretty fast. Just good old-fashioned elbow grease. So another reason I wanted to do this today is that one of the ingredients that I use, which I will say before I say anything else, one of the ingredients that I use is Lolli's low-carb granola. It is on sale, an extra 10% off till like 11:50 tonight. If you don't have this, just double the other half of the ingredients. I'll get to that. But before I say that this has a special ingredient, I want to say that you can still make this without the granola. I use Trubia. Are you wearing your flannel capris? No, ma'am. Black leggings. I needed this tonight. An off day? Me too. I don't know what's going on. I'm definitely having an off day. I'm worried about stuff that, like, I shouldn't be worried about. It's just been a really weird day. Kind of anxiety day. I don't know why. So, I've got my bourbon and my Danish. Almost. And then as I'm kneading, I kind of just take my fingers and I scrape the corners to make sure that there's no dry ingredients just hugging the bottom. I think it's seasonal change. Maybe. Is everybody else having a bad day? Yes, my anxiety was horrible today. Why? What is going on? I'm not like a Mercury and retrograde person, but something's going on. You and I aren't the only ones. Something is happening. For sure. I busted my macros. Mine was a well splurge. Ditto, so bizarre. Full moon, first Easter without my kids. Ooh, that sounds like it would do it. Electrolytes low, I took my electrolytes. Full moon. Interesting. 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 I'll buy it. Something's off. Something's not quite right. All right, so that's pretty good. I'm going to pick off just a little bit of the dough that came on my fingers. And people are always like, the dough is sticking to my fingers. Me too. It's okay. Just pull it off. And my dog has joined me naturally. Hello. May I ask what kind of collagen you use? Sure. I use a couple different brands. Preferred Keto is my favorite. They have a chocolate and a vanilla. I think are so good. The chocolate is really, really chocolatey. And sometimes I have it with almond milk, just unsweetened almond milk. And it's like, just got on. Is this your fathead dough? This is my sweet pastry recipe. So it is sort of a fathead base. I used low moisture, part skim shredded mozzarella from Trader Joe's. But I pinned the title there, Cinnamon Pecan Danish, and the full, thanks, I love my dog too. And the full, I saw that brand today, no listed carbs. Huh, are you talking about the preferred keto or the cheese? Because I've got a thing I'll pull out for you. Full moon, huh? I'll buy that. I'll buy that. Also, I can't find my rolling pin, and I never put it away, so I have absolutely no idea. Okay, the collagen. I'll get it. Hang on one second. You just went out. We just went for a walk. You're okay. What's the matter? What's the matter? This is not on the agenda. I apologize. Less than one, less than one. It's less than one, less than one. This will show up backwards, but I knew it was very low. All right, so can't find my rolling pin. This is my solution. It is a vacuum that I washed, and I don't know if it'll work. Oh yeah, this is fine. This is fine. This is totally normal. It's just a piece of my vacuum. Totally normal. Totally normal. I'll do like the Keto Sam I am way where she just like drags it. Barnaby, totes norm. Totes normal. I also realize when I'm doing this that I pull the dough off of the parchment a lot, but I never say why I'm doing it. You don't have to do that. I'm just a weirdo, and as you push and pull, sometimes the parchment folds up underneath and it makes fold marks. So this is not an advanced, situation. It's just my weirdness of wanting to get a really smooth surface. Oh, Barnabas. Sam I Am's thing is not that bad. Her little method here is pretty good. You can tell her I said that. You can tell her I said that. Almost. All right. What am I missing? Preferred keto. Yeah, and they actually gave me a code today. I don't have a link up yet, but I think my code is just going to be Ketocopy. But I have been using that brand for a long time. I just like it. I can't say it's undetectable in my coffee because they're flavored. There's a chocolate and a vanilla, but I really, really like them. You can find them on Amazon, or there is a link in my bio. All the way at the bottom. Every time I do a live, I put these recipes up at the top so they're easier to find. So all the products keep getting pushed down to the bottom, but it's there. Preferred keto. All right, so if you are not someone who enjoys all of this detail work, hi Sam, look, I'm doing your scotch drinker, yeah. Look, I'm doing your method, Sam, because I couldn't find my rolling pin and I'm using a piece of a vacuum hose that I washed. It's bourbon. It's all in the same family. So I'm using your scoot scoot method, Sam. Scoot scoot. All right, so if you don't care about all the beautifulness, actually it'll still be beautiful, but if you don't care to make that waffle weave braid, it's not a waffle weave, it's a braid on top of the Danish, you can just put all of your ingredients on one side, fold it over, probably do like a little bit of an egg wash on the inside edges to make sure everything sticks, and then cut little slats in the top. How thin does it have to come out? Oh, you know, I don't know. I don't have any way to measure the thinness, but I can measure the dimensions for you. And if we have the same dough and we have the same measurements, then it'll be the same thinness. So this is 15 centimeters. So maybe 31, 32 centimeters. 15. So like 31 by 20, a little less than 20. Wait. Yeah, 15, a little bit like 15, 30 something by 20. Oh, Barnaby, you're fine. Please don't cry. Please don't cry. We just went out and all these people are here. It'd be so rude. Okay, so if you don't want to make the, you know, braid, you don't have to. But I'm going to show you how just in case. And to do this, I'm going to visualize sort of a runway, like cut this into thirds in my mind and lightly score the center so I know where to cut. I'm not pushing down at all. I'm just making a place for my toppings. So for my toppings, I have 2 ounces of lollies. Barnaby, you're gonna have to hold it, buddy. And then 2 ounces of chopped pecans with 2 tablespoons sweetener and then about a half teaspoon cinnamon. So if you don't have the lollies, you can just double this half. Hi, did you see that we make tortillas for tacos with your fathead recipe? No! That is awesome! Where? And then 2 tablespoons butter that I sort of melted, but I need to nuke again. Tortillas for tacos with your fathead recipe. That is awesome. And I'm going to get another egg for egg wash. All right, so I'm actually just going to use this bowl that I had all of my dry ingredients in where I kneaded this together, and I'm going to combine all of the filling ingredients. 2 ounces of Lolli's, 2 ounces of pecans. Lolli's is a low-carb granola. It's one of my favorite things in the world. That's why I put it in so many of the recipes that I make. I just didn't want people to think that they could not do this. They could not make this recipe without it. I really like it. It has a great sort of brown sugar flavor. So I use it in a lot of my recipes, but I always want to try to, you know, make sure that you can participate even if you haven't ordered the granola yet. But the granola is on sale until midnight tonight. No, 11:50. It's on sale until 11:50 if you ever wanted to give it a shot. All right, so we've got multi-purpose. I hate dishes, so I'm using the back of this. I'm just gonna crumble my filling together with advanced technique, the back of my brush, because I don't want to get another dish dirty. Then I am going to cut little slits. I'm going to make these a little bigger than I normally do so it won't take 5.5 hours. I cut them at an angle, starts on that line, goes out. You cut them at an angle like this, and that ensures that when you fold them over, they're not just going to be like this, they're going to be angled a little bit so they'll have that really pretty overlap. And this is really awkward. I remember from last weekend trying to cut with my left hand. How? And then my scalp got in there for like 3 or 4 minutes, like right in the camera. That was fun. That was fun to watch. Barnaby, please, you're gonna be okay. All right, so slits, flaps, whatever you want to call them. Here's my filling, right down the center. Again, if you don't want to do the braid, you don't have to. You can make a giant pocket and then cut slits in the top. I enjoy all this extra work. Okay, Barnaby, this is really bad timing, okay? This is really bad timing. I just want to make sure. No, you have water. But I'll get you more just in case. Is this why you cry? Is this why you cry? All right, so starting at the bottom, I'm gonna alternate. Oh, jerk. He did have water, but it wasn't full enough. He needed more. So I'm just alternating strips all the way up. You don't have to do this. It's totally unnecessary, but it's one of my favorites. He is a nice dog. He's a brat, though. You know what? If the worst thing I do is raise a dog that has no worries and